time. I'm looking forward to it. It's going on, Phil. You're going to hear a little bit of an echo for a hot second. Bringing you on.
And I'm in process right now of sending it over to Facebook.
Hey, what's going on, Dan?
And it will be a great time. I'm looking forward to it. It's going on, Phil. You're going to hear a little bit of an echo for a hot second.
Bring you. Hey, what's going on? Bringing you in, Dan. Getting my little cubby hole nice and quiet. Because I got a little bit of giant German Shepherd that's going to, with you. See if I can get you to bring him in. There we go. Hey!
What's up?
Feeling frosty, eh?
Yeah. Now this is my the Wendy's commercial. Where's the beef? The old ladies. We did a remake of that. This is my wig. And somebody thought I was wearing the wig, so here we are.
That is priceless. Oh man. So here we go. We're good to go. Now I got a little perch. I'm just trying to get everything going on YouTube as well. Streaming it there through the site. All goes well. We won't have any interruptions, and hopefully my dog behaves himself. Oh no, where'd you go? Hey, let's see if we can get this back. Hey. Alright, you good?
I'm good.
Alright, man. So, well, first and foremost, thank you for the opportunity to interview you. I've had quite a few interactions, and man, you're one entertaining dude.
I just like to have fun, man. The whole scale tiny trucking hobby is just awesome, full of good people. It's fun.
That is the truth, man. And I've got I've had the luxury of meeting some really great people, and I want to say thank you. And I also want to shout out real quick Brent Hockman. He comes in here. I literally just got a set of links from him today on my HPI. Man, what's happening? All right, we're gonna keep bringing them in. This is weird.
It's the heck
like I keep dropping you for some weird reason.
Huh. No idea.
It is what it is. We'll keep working with it. So, what got you into RC, brother?
Oh, that goes way back to when I was a kid, probably 30 years ago. Always dabbled with, the non-hobby grade Radio Shack, the Nikos and such, and I got a Tamiya Stadium Blitzer for Christmas when I was, I believe, 10. First hobby grade RC, had to build it, didn't have a clue what I was doing, got it all running, and I've been hooked since then. I mean, I've been in it. I don't know that there's been a time frame from now, or from then to now, that I haven't been into RC of some aspect.
Oh, that's awesome. What obviously crawling is, you've got a great business with crawling, but outside of crawling, what's one of your preferred venues of the RC?
There is no other preferred right now. I've done it all: flying, racing, A-scale on-road, 10-scale off-road, carpet on-road. I mean, I've done it all. And to be honest with you, why I stuck with crawling, from the racing side, the crawling community is awesome. I mean, it's cool, good people. You go to a comp, chit-chat, have a good time, wear stupid wigs. And nobody looks down on you. Everybody, don't matter what kind of rig you got, no matter what you're running, you're welcome. Just join in the fun, have a good time. And in racing, that don't exist. Airplanes, bunch of weirdos. I mean, it is what it is.
It's funny because one of my local shops, their bread and butter is airplanes and crawlers.
Yeah.
And a bit of bashing. You can't go wrong with some bashers. Sometimes you just gotta send it. So, all right. So, what was the biggest inspiration for you to start Beef Tubes and found?
I've lost your sound.
Are you there? You were good? Can you hear me?
Nope.
Really? All right. Let me bring you back in then. For some weird reason, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna see if I can exit you out, and I'll bring you back in. All right. So that. Can you? Is my sound there again?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Awesome. So, what was the inspiration for you to found Beef Tubes?
A lot of people don't know I didn't start Beef Tubes. It was a small guy doing it back in, 2007-ish. On RC Crawler. Half of these people watching probably don't know what RC Crawler is. But anyway, everybody running Beef Tubes, and that was in the OG SCX 10 days. He just had the one.
Oh, Ohio internet. That's funny. You're not wrong, but yeah, we'll keep bringing them back in. All right. Right, the OG SCX 10.
Right, and he quit making them. And a guy told me, he's like, man, you know machining and all that. Why don't you take it over? So I asked the guy for permission, and then I made it official in 2010, and here we are, 9 years later.
So I'm guessing it's been a wild ride.
It's been a blast. I love, coming up with new products for the new rigs. I love when new rigs come out. And we've got, I don't know, we make over 50-some products now. It's just, it continues to grow. The hobby's ridiculous right now.
I hear that one, man. And so what's the biggest point of the growth that you've seen?
As far as,
well, we could take it two ways. So let's start on the business side of things, but also the growth as the hobby, in whether it's in crawlers or in comps versus fun runs, and just getting people involved.
As far as the hobby growing in general, a lot of it's because of, there's a lot of, I don't want to say cheap, but cheap price-wise rigs available now that it's making it more affordable to people to get into. Which is great for the trailing side. I wouldn't take a stock Red Cat Gen 8 and go in a comp with it, but it'd be fun. Business-wise, I don't know. At the hobby shops I talk to and, that I sell to, it's something is in the air right now. The scale hobby is just growing stupid fast. It's ridiculous.
So, what's one of the biggest things that you're moving?
10-2 parts right now are probably the hottest thing. We don't, I would say the TRX4 is probably one of the most popular rigs right now. My favorite rig, there's mine right there. That's my comp rig. But we only make a few select products for the TRX4 right now. We're designing lots of new stuff, but the 10-2 product is just, I can't keep them on the shelves.
I've noticed that, and that was a question from a fellow listener. When you guys getting some 10-2 parts back in stock?
Just before we started this, I just added diff covers and link mounts back to the website. Just got them done today. Should have the tubes done hopefully mid next week. That's
awesome.
A lot of guys don't realize what you're watching right now. This is Beef Tubes. Me. Every single part made, every single part packaged, shipped, whatever. The website maintenance. It's me. And I can only do so much.
I feel that pain. So you're doing all the manufacturing in-house, like literally in-house?
Right. Excuse me.
That props, man, because you're looking at design time, learning the programs. And you said you had experience as a CNC machinist coming into this, right?
Right.
So, that makes things a little bit easier. Not much, yeah. Just a little.
Well, the biggest pain in the butt's the R&D stuff, really. You can draw a part, design it, machine it, and it's 99% of the time you're going to change it before you release it, and that just eats up time.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So when do you get time to do R&D?
I have no idea. It happens. That's all. It just happens. I'm very grateful. You know, I work a full-time job as well. Got a wife. Got a 6-year-old son. It's just I just make it work.
Man, because I mean, if you're working a full-time job, then you're doing beef tubes. I mean, that's another full-time job and a half.
Yeah. I am not complaining. I love it.
That's awesome, brother. You know, I'm excited because I'm seeing lots of great products. I mean, you mentioned the TRX4. That's actually my go-to preferred chassis as well.
Right.
I can't quite show this because it's a brazen. I don't want to show everybody what's going on. But I mean, hey, yeah. I'm running my HPI. I'm going to run that in Class 3. And I have an HPI Venture. And I saw you actually came out with some parts for that. Thank you, by the way.
Yep. The HPI is a great rig. It's a great rig. Other than the fact that out of the box RTR, they sold it as like a Nitro RS4. It's stupid fast, but it's a very capable rig.
I agree. Just take the pinion down a little bit and call it a day.
Right.
Gotta watch that motor though. I might have killed one or two. Minor details. So look, looking at it, since you're the only guy, what are some of your keys to trying to keep up with demand? Because you are like flat out like beef tubes is like one of the highest demand products out there on the market today. How do you deal with that?
It's like I said, I love it. It's great. I love staying busy. I love the interaction with people. I mean, I attend as many events as possible, and we'll take the beef tubes booth, set up, sell products and whatnot. And guys are like, "Man, you don't even run your trucks." I have as much fun like doing this right here, just interacting. Just sitting around talking, having a good time, talking about trucks, parts. It's just like I said, I can't answer how I make it work. It does.
And that's what I've really noticed about this the community as well. I've only been in for a couple of months, to be honest with you. Probably July of last year. My buddy over at Buy It, Break It, Fix It had a little waffle, if you will, and I won a TRX4, and that went down rabbit hole, straight down. Like, it is what it is.
Game over.
Yeah, I mean, you saw what happened to it. You know the rabbit hole of all, because you are an instigator of the rabbit hole. I mean, but like, so how like, where do you see beef tubes going in the future? Especially just being a one man show. Are you looking for some help, or that skilled, not just like a random packer guy, or what?
I've explored that a little bit, and I do have help. I can't say I do 100% by myself. Heck, there's people that's watching. They've purchased products that a 6-year-old boy's packaged. You might need 4 screws, and you might get 8. Hey, good for you. But I have explored it. The biggest part of that with help is that I don't get to do as much as I do, and I really enjoy being involved as much as I am. And I hope it keeps growing. I do believe it's going to. Will it plateau? I don't know. I mean, like I said, the hobby's growing. There's guys in here right now that's has businesses. I see their names popping up. They can tell you the same thing. It's busy as can be. I hope it stays that way. And if I have to do it full time, hey, I wouldn't complain about that either.
That's awesome, brother. That's awesome, because I mean, not gonna lie, you're up in. I have to give you a little bit of crap because I'm born and raised one state to the east. So everybody watching, there's a bit of a healthy rivalry between Pennsylvania and Ohio.
Small one.
It's minor details. I hope you're a Bengals fan, because if you're a Browns fan,
no. I'm not a fan of any pro sport. Zero.
Appreciate. Oh, you're an Ohio State fan, aren't you?
Nope.
Thank God. All right. Awesome, man. So, I mean, tell us a little bit coming up. You're every year it seems like you're putting on that Feelin FrostyRun. So So what do you guys have planned coming up for that? And is there any like a spring run that might be coming up for the future?
As far as Feelin Frosty in general, the event itself, I believe 2019 will be the 5th year.
Okay.
Started off, me and a couple buddies just kind of called some friends and cut a trail and said, hey, let's hang out this Saturday. And there was 60, 70 people showed up. So he's like, wow, pretty cool. We've grown to, we had to move the second year, move the location. Obviously, it wasn't big enough. We found a private campground. They welcomed us with open arms. Last year we had 239 in attendance, and with that, we outgrew that location. So this year, I don't know, I've already started the event page. I don't know if you follow along. I've been posting random pictures and maps and such. We are moving it. The local county parks, believe it or not, have welcomed us. A beautiful facility, campground. I mean, it's a county park. It's 600 some acres. Trails for days. It's here we go again. It's like to get 300 people in attendance this year. Just keep going with that. The thing with Feelin Frosty, I don't label it as a competition. I want you to bring your wife and kids, your friends, camp, hang out, run tiny trucks together, and have fun. That's all. Nothing else. But as far as the spring run, I can't make it happen. I mean, it's just Feelin Frosty happens at the end of October, and I'm already working on it. It's 8 months away, 9 months away, whatever. And then I also help out a ton to my brother, and I see his wife just popped in here, the Kirbys. I help out with the K&K TTC a ton, and we're getting ready to start working on that. So just feasibly, we couldn't make another run happen. It wouldn't work.
Hey, sometimes you got to admit when it's too much. But look, I'm looking forward to. I'm going to try and get up to the Feelin Frosty.
Awesome.
I'm located in Northern Virginia. It's about 6.5 hours one way. It makes it a little tough with a tiny human. So I got a toddler. I mean, we literally just put her to bed, so it is what it is. But man, all right. So looking forward, any new products coming down the pipeline that you want to tell us about, or we have a lot of Project X's going on?
There's tons of Project X's. The newest thing, it might drop. Oh shoot, tomorrow's Friday. It ain't gonna drop this week. Maybe this weekend. We did design and start manufacturing brass links. We caught a lot of heat from that because there's a lot of people that make brass links. Yeah, we know that. And we didn't copy nobody's stuff. We're not doing it to hurt brand X. Mike Newman, Hardcore RC, the dude makes awesome links. Yep. He's going to continue making awesome links. And you got D-Links, Ryan Cormesser, RC Addict. They make brass links, awesome product. Mm-hmm. But that's just something basic. We got lots of stuff on the drawing board for the HBI venture. A ton of stuff for the TR4. You're welcome.
Thank you.
We're going to see. You can see where's my finger? The front tire there. That's a 1.9 Wraith we just picked up. We're going to see what we can do for that. Obviously, it takes a lot of 10.2 stuff already. And hopefully, new rigs keep popping up. I mean, that's what's awesome.
See, look, man, that's awesome. Hey, what's going on, Reef? So I really look forward to seeing everything grow, because I feel like in this hobby, it's I've had an opportunity to talk to a lot of really smart dudes. Matt Ottman, Reef, like, have an opportunity to talk to you. Like, there's a lot of love that's thrown around because of like your ingenuity to take that problem and solve it. I'm really looking forward to seeing how everything comes out. Who knows? I might even pick up an Axial just to buy some beef tubes.
There's nothing. Axial, we would not be sitting here talking today if it was not for Axial. Nobody can knock Axial. I love Axial. There's Axial rigs behind me. They're great trucks.
Awesome. Hey, actually, one of our viewers, Josh, had a question. ETA on the wheels.
I'm going to say Josh. Josh is a local guy. He could. No comment. Hopefully, hopefully they're being manufactured now. Then we'll do the R&D. You know, we test every piece before we package it. That eats up time. But then it'll be off to anodizing, and then we'll release them.
Cool.
So, shooting for a month.
Okay, shooting for. That's the key phrase. Is
Right.
shooting for.
Yeah, I hate people. People ask me all the time. You know, when's X going to be back in stock? When's this going to be released? I wished I could give you a set date, but I can't.
I can understand. I've done some manufacturing on my own end, and it's time consuming, man. Flat out time consuming, especially
Yeah, right.
to get that product down to the point where you can actually sell it efficiently.
Right.
I,
You know, and that's
I know.
what a lot of people don't realize. You know, a wheel. we manufactured one. I run one wheel. So then I had to get Proline tires in all shapes and forms. I contacted Matt Outman, got some KLRs from him, got some Pitbull tires from some local guys. You know, all the test fitting. It's just that stuff eats up time. It's just because I don't want to say beef tubes don't make money. That I'd be lying to you. But I'm not in it for that reason. I'm in it to support the hobby that I love, and I'm not going to manufacture a part that doesn't work. That's ignorant to me. There's no reason it. You know, people ask me, TRX4, why don't you make brass bumper mounts? Why? It's not that part isn't going to benefit your rig. You know, it's so you know that's why we're in the game, to help you out.
Okay. So knowing that, especially with the popularity of the heavy TRXs, I was when I first started, I went that route, and then I learned. It took some trial and error, and also some decision to want to build a competitive truck, to not just get my butt kicked, but also be able to learn how to do some things. Let me tell you, we got some. If you are ever in a DC area, get a hold of me. We got some areas you would love to crawl, especially like some 60 to 70 degree inclines, some true transitions from mud to sand to dirt to wood to wet wood to moving water, back to rock to dry rock, loose rock. Let's throw it all, and that describes a 1 square mile area that
Right.
I love going to. I'm not gonna lie.
Sounds like a blast. Sounds awesome.
Oh, dude, the view is beautiful too. Pop your line in, catch some catfish, or depending on the time of year, get some running stripers. It's beautiful.
There you go.
All right. Anyway, bringing myself back into RC. I got a couple of just like quick questions. I don't know how quick they'll be, but quick questions. No brand preferences in here. It's just your straight personal preferences. All right. Links or Leafs?
Yeah, links.
Okay. What about 1.5 or 1.9 tires?
That's a tough one for me. I've never ventured. I might build a TF2 with links and tiny tires. Never drove it. I don't want to say I don't like it. It's just not me. But I do have. You see the VS410 up there. I got the tiny Brand X 4.19s on it, and I love it. It's a blast because it's hard to drive, and it makes it fun.
I like that thought process. The 419s have also grown on me as well because it pushes me to drive. You know,
Right.
put whatever Brand X 19s on it or 22s. It's just gonna have. I mean, it's gonna be too easy.
Right.
And I'd rather learn how to drive. By the way, what's going on, Dan? I saw Dan Wilson saw you pop in. So would you go for brushless or brushed?
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on that. I've got both. It depends. Tiny tires, I like brushed, but I'm also, you know, the whole hashtag coming in hot. I drive like a maniac, and I love wheel speed. So, you know, sometimes I love brushless. So.
I can imagine. Hearing that, I know what your preferred brushless setup is. Just hearing that. So Your preference when you're going to go to recommend something to someone just come into the hobby, would you go kit or RTR?
Kit. For the simple fact, RTR, yeah, you can throw a battery in it, pop some double A's in the remote, get out and trail. But for someone just getting into it, you don't know the rig. I tell guys, if you buy an RTR, go home, tear it apart. I mean, completely. Pull every screw and piece off of it and learn the rig. Learn how it works. And that way, when you do get to drive it, you kind of, you know how the rig works, so then you can tune it, easier. I can do this, change this shock oil, whatever. And that's, I always tell guys, with that, don't just throw a bunch of money at a rig. Don't start upgrading it. Drive it.
I might be that guy. I might have, when I fell down the rabbit hole, I threw a bunch of money at it, and then I learned what works, what doesn't work. Yeah. So, and with that thought process, I've actually built my TRX to know exactly where my weak points are going to be. Right. So that way, when they break, it's not if. I mean, come on, it's when they break. 100%, I have spare parts, I can fix it.
Right.
So, and that also, that comes into knowing your rig. Yes. So, you're on the trail. You got your kit with you. What is your drink? Would you prefer having coffee or water, or what's your preference on a drink having, when you're on the trail?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew?
I have a very bad habit. Can't stand coffee. Yeah, Mountain Dew. It's bad.
I hear that one. It is slightly addictive. So looking at it, I like to ask this guy, especially those who like to get out and really trail. What does your repair kit look like? Especially for the newer guys, younger guys, coming in, or even those who are just starting to comp locally. If you were to drive 3-4 hours one way, like I intend to this weekend, shout out to Southwestern PARC. What does your go-to kit look like? Because I mean, you're gonna break stuff.
Right. It's pretty basic. Besides extra batteries, obviously, and if you continuously are breaking apart on your rig, whether it be ring and pinion or whatever, a couple of those. If I have to tear into a rig too far, I hate carrying out, but sometimes you have to. But just basic tools, 1.5, 2mm driver, a nut driver for your wheels. Lord knows you can't keep them stupid things tight. But just basic. I mean, it's and that goes with back to what we was talking about knowing your rig. If you build it right and you know it, you shouldn't have to take a bunch with you. I mean, I've seen guys with, it looks like they bought a kit and it's spread out on the trail fresh out of the box. It's like, what are you doing?
Because they probably did, actually. I mean, like I said, I like to have my like I built mine to be specific, so when this part breaks, I can fix that. It's gonna suck to get to it a little bit because it's inside the portals. It's that big portal gear.
Right.
That's my weak spot.
I've not broken that one. I've broken what I would call the input gear on the portals, the one on the axle shaft, 3 times.
Really?
And that was the stock one. Since the Traxxas released their HD version, chromoly, whatever they are, I haven't broke one yet. But I do keep 2 spares in my bag. That's okay. And that's, like I said, I know from driving it, that's the weak spot, so that's what I'm gonna take with me.
And it's funny you say that because last time when I broke something, that's exactly what broke. But it was my fault because I didn't do maintenance. I noticed when I took it apart, my bearing gear was a little bit way on the rusty side.
Oops.
Oops is right. Needless to say, there's I mean, if you've watched some of my videos at all, I'm not afraid to make it a submarine for extended periods of time.
Right.
And you don't do maintenance. That's a lesson learned right there.
Yeah. I don't mind water. I hate mud. I will go 2 miles off the path to get around a mud puddle.
Really?
Yeah, I hate it. I hate cleaning my rigs. I mean, you can't see, but there was a comp this past Sunday, my TRX right there. It's got, I'll just pull it down. It's driving me nuts right now. You can see
Oh no!
there's a little bit of mud, a little bit of mud on them tires. That's driving me nuts.
You know what's funny? I actually have the same body holding up my phone right now. I'm gonna be putting on my Brazen chassis, that good old SDX10, the Jeep one.
Yeah, you don't see too many people running it. That's why I picked it. It's different.
Yeah, I happen to get it on trade, and I put it on the shelf, waiting for the right thing to use it with.
Perfect.
So I'm looking forward to hooking this thing up. It's gonna be cool. But yeah, man. So whenever you guys get a chance, feel free to let us know. And as your products come out, I'd love to have a couple more conversations as you release some things down the road, especially coming back with your FrostyRun coming up in what, maybe earlier October, trying to get some hype, get you up to your 300 goal.
Yeah.
I'd love to have you back on.
Absolutely.
So, do you have any?
Let me comment. Dan Wilson says he don't take anything on the trail with him. He just checks his nuts and bolts before he leaves. You know what? That's because you're old. You do take stuff with you. You take a walker and a can of Geritol.
See, I don't know Dan, so I can't say anything. But that's funny right there.
I don't know the guy either. He's just got a cool first name.
Oh, there we go. What about the hat, though? I did, the first few pictures, I've never seen him without a hat.
That was nuts. Yeah, that was crazy. He actually has hair.
Who thought? I mean, somewhere under there, you might too. Do you have any shout outs you want to give to our fellow RCers?
A shout out to everybody, man. It's like I said, everybody in the hobby is awesome. It's full of awesome people. And thanks everybody for the support, the continued support. We're busy as ever right now. The hobby, like we said earlier, is going nuts. It's growing crazy, and that's awesome. I hope it keeps going. But just thanks to everybody.
Absolutely, man. I want to shout out and say thank you guys too. I appreciate you getting back to me quick, being able to do an interview. It's an honor to be able to talk with some of the masterminds of some of the products that I buy. I mean, it's great.
I wouldn't call myself a mastermind. I'm no different than anybody else in the hobby. I love it. The hobby's awesome. But I appreciate the comments like that. I take them to heart, and it's awesome.
Good, because it's well deserved. I mean, looking RCcrawler.com, because I am a member on there too.
There you go.
Hey, I'm not as young as I am. I do love my forums. Just so much knowledge too, and it's so much better than Facebook.
Yeah, you can't do a build thread. You can't do a build thread on Facebook. It's just, forums are awesome, but the whole what was that photo bucket thing that kind of killed them? But there's ways around that now. Almost the generation that's in the hobby, they don't know what forums are. They just rather get on the old book of face and type away and be a keyboard warrior. But I do recommend, if you want to learn, RC Crawler. It's still an active place.
That's awesome. Guys, whoever's listening, please feel free. Shout out, get people in Dan's group. The Beef Tube fan page. There's a stupid amount of knowledge in there that's willing to be shared. Got to watch out for the trolls ever so often, but you can see those coming from a mile away. And Dan might even troll you too.
Yes, I will.
Because you got to have fun. You got to have fun with it. And guys, don't be afraid to check out. Do you have a YouTube channel?
No. I'm going to actually start, if I can find the time. I'm going to do some install videos and such, and little product testing. Put that on YouTube. But I've created a channel which just isn't like published yet, I guess you could say.
Okay. Awesome. So, yeah, I'm going to join too, Albert. I got you there. So check out my YouTube channel. Actually, our discussion is streaming live there as well, on Rekkr RC. And shout out, guys, make sure when you make your decision, do it right and do it with quality parts, please.
Yes.
Don't throw those cheap Amazon parts at it, because you're going to fail. It's going to fail.
Right.
There. These aluminum, please make good ones. I've only found like 2 sets of good, decent ones, and being that my trucks fall off of 30-foot cliffs pretty regularly, I abuse things. I'm telling you, I abuse them. Reef will tell you, man. I abuse stuff. Please, aluminum. I appreciate everything you do. For the future, we're actually going to switch up and go on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. A buddy of ours, Adam Van Ord, his RC is on Thursdays at 9:45, live at 9:45.
Yeah.
So, I actually talked to him. We're going to chat. We chatted. I'm going to actually make a switch up. I'm going to put ours here on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. I think it might work a little bit better for most guys. Dan, have a good night. See, going to bed early. That's what I told you. He's out in Cali, too. That's 4-hour difference. What? It's maybe not even 9 o'clock yet.
5 o'clock there or something? Oh, people.
Must be. Yeah, it's past his dinner time, man. 4:30. Boom.
Right.
Anyway, sorry, Albert. It's part of life. It's where I got to be too. But yeah, man, 9 o'clock. Gonna do it live, Facebook and whatnot. And I look forward to having you on again once it comes closer to Feelin Frosty. And man, thank you very much.
Thank you. You're very welcome. And like I said, thanks to everybody for the support. It really, truly is appreciated.
Great. Any last words you want to throw out there?
That guy wants to say hi. It's killing him.
Hey, buddy. You got that daddy bear arm coming to you.
Yeah, that's mini-me right there. That's your beef tubes packager and screw counter. Here, dude, you got to scoot over.
There you go. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good.
Yeah? You enjoying school?
Yep. I ain't even
Awesome.
at school right now. I'm on spring break.
Shh, don't tell everybody.
Stop it.
Ours starts in 2 weeks after the 15th. So
Yeah, they changed it. When we was kids, it was around Easter, but who knows?
yeah, ours is coming up. I'm in the educational field as well. So yeah, it is what it is. One of these days, let's talk some shop, because I've got a little bit of experience playing with some of the 3D modeling. I have to
Awesome.
teach it. So
Nice.
yeah. So anyway, Dan, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and you have a great night, brother.
Absolutely, you do the same.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Look forward to next week. Next week we got Bill Riddle coming in, and we're gonna talk a little crawling, little championship run. I know I see one of his big sponsors. Forward to it. I also got a couple great opportunities to be taught more than one thing or two by him. So we're gonna have him on and talk about his championship runs. All right, guys. Thank you very much. See you guys next Tuesday, 9 p.m. And yes, Albert, I will see you at this comp this Sunday. I'm getting my wife's car line this Saturday, so we will be good to go. All right, thank you guys very much. Have a great one, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.